Hi and welcome to Scott's Inverts. I'm Scott. These are the inverts. Today our leaf cutter ant colony gets an upgrade and I really want to show you the setup. Anyway, it's from AntsDavey. Go to their website. I had to drop him a message on his Facebook page because there is a waiting list for this enclosure. It is £50, £60 with delivery, and from the moment that they brought it out, I thought this is absolutely groundbreaking and I really wanted to try it out for my ants. So we're going to build it, we're going to put the ants in, and then we're going to bring you guys back here and have a little chat about it also. So this is the AntsDavey setup. This is the box it all comes in. So we're just going to take it all out and have a look at firstly what we got, and then we're going to set it up. So we have all the instructions on how to set up the leaf cutter kit. Literally it just says there, unpack the contents, add the water to the reservoir by pouring in the corner of the fungus box, all the rest of it. So let's take a look at what we get. I did go on their website and have a little look at the instructions and such else, so we have got a little bit of an idea to how to do this all. Plus a couple of friends have also got these, so boom, there we go. I'll take this lid off and take the second one off. Take that part out and this one, and as you can see, that's where the fungus is going to be going, and that outworld is going to sit in there like so, with that lid just sitting on the top like that. So that section goes in there, then the lid goes on top, because that section there, that is where we're going to be putting our bramble and our leaves and such like. So let's crack on. We'll open this. I think in this section here we have the water bottle with the syringe to top it up with. We also have some anti-climb oil as well, with the application brush there, entomological tweezers. So if these come off, these are supposed to be really gentle, so you go in and pick your ants up ever so gently with these, and then you can actually transport them from one place to another. In here as well we also get a disc of dirt and a little spray bottle. So we have to fill up this area in here with water first. So just get that piece off, put that there. These are the bio balls. These are actually optional, but I am going to put them in, seeing as we've got them with the kit. In they go. Just going to do a little layer. That will do. Because what I've done there is I've looked at where the platform's going to be sitting and kept those boil balls underneath it. Absolutely awesome. Next, I'm going to try and place this platform. Now this platform here, see the holes? That's where the humidity comes through. So this platform goes in, sits down inside there, and that's where the fungus goes. And that's where our colony is hopefully going to be chilling out. So there we go. The sides of these, there and there, have these little lids on. So if you take those off, you can play around inside there and get that into position Absolutely wicked. Now this whole thing was £60 delivered, but I think it looks pretty damn brilliant. Now this is where they're going to be chilling and playing and doing their thing. So I just had a little look at what this is. This actually goes over top of the fungus inside there, so your fungus would be in there. And what that does is, especially when it's a small colony, is keep the humidity up inside that chamber. Absolutely awesome. So this piece has got the little hole on it. You see that one there? That just slips in there, and then if you look from here, you can see where the ants can go in and out, and then that simply clunks onto there. That's absolutely awesome. So I'm just going to add some water into there, and then I'll bring you back for adding the colony. So I filled up this butt, and now that long needled type of extension to your water bowl is just so you can go in and fill it up down the sides. There it is, set up with the water. Absolutely awesome. Now what I'm going to do, put the ants in there, put the food in there, and show you it all set up with those beautiful leaf cutters inside. So our ant leaf cutters colony is now set up in a really nice enclosure. There's going to be some updates on this as the colony grows and as my macro photography gets a lot better. I know you can cheat a little bit and do macro photography on phones and things like that, but I'm really interested in doing it on my standalone camera, so that's where I'm at. But the enclosure itself looks really good. The ants are absolutely loving it. The only downfall that I could possibly find was those two tubes on the outside. Whatever glue's holding them together, I didn't feel was quite strong enough. I actually knocked one of them off, so with a little bit of super glue, stuck it back on. Absolutely happy days. So just bear that in mind. It could be the fact that I am a little bit ham-fisted, so I am not the most gentle of people when putting things together. I must admit that. So let's not put it down as a fault to them. Let's say, Scott, you need to go gentle with these things. But anyway, I think it's a really good enclosure, really good setup. Let me know your thoughts down below. Those bio balls that are in the bottom, they're optional, so you don't have to have them in there if you don't want to. But what you do need to take on board is that water layer underneath the fungus is absolutely crucial for this whole setup developing. Now you can put that substrate in there, you can put it in with the fungus or you can put it in with the outworld. It's completely up to you. I've chosen not to put it in for the time being, although when I keep looking at the setup, I do feel though if I put it in that outworld, when those ants bring the rubbish out of the colony and put it in there, One, it's going to be a lot easier for me to scoop up and get rid of, because I can take a top layer of that substrate with me. But then also, I think the ants themselves are going to benefit from it being there, because if you think about it, in the world, it's not a plastic surface. I know what you're thinking, it's not a plastic enclosure, blah de blah de blah, but we do like to get our inverts feeling as at home as what we possibly can. I've also sprayed down the leaves, and I've sprayed down the outworld as well, again to help with humidity, but also to give those ants a source of water, so somewhere to go and drink. So with the footage that I showed you today was pretty much me moving them, and they're all in today. So I'm going to give it a couple of weeks, maybe 3 or 4 weeks, and come back and we'll see how they've settled in and see if all the ants kind of have got to grips with their new enclosure, know where the food is, know where the leaves is, and all the rest of it. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Actually, just before I do go, how many of you spider guys are now going to be looking at ants? Because I know a lot of us, when we don't look at ants, we think, my word, ants are going to get out, going to get all over the place. How would you feel about having this set up in your house with your spiders and looking pretty epic on the side? One thing I did forget to include and tell you guys is that on the actual lid of the enclosure itself, I did use some of the anti-climb oil all the way around on the inside, just to stop them getting onto that lid. So that's for when I take the lid off to add food, or when I take the lid off to take out old food. There's not going to be any on the inside of the lid that's going to then escape down my arm and disappear off into the spider crack shack somewhere. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscription button. We do all things inverts on this channel, and as always guys, we shall see you again on the next one.